for Beyond Gaming, the sparks really start to fly when it comes into team fights. They have that ability to just blow open your entire composition. You know, the enemy is trying to play a front to back. You could send it back to the front with the explosive cast and just find your picks that way. So it's a super high ceiling, high execution composition from Beyond Gaming, but it also suits them so nicely.
30 seconds until
Yeah, you really can't take much away from him on that one. As we load up onto Summoner's Rift, fourth time tonight, J-Team showed signs of life, got themselves a well-earned W. And into this draft, things have changed just a little bit. Ooh, Lil V playing with the Ghost this time around. He's been playing pretty safely on the Summoners, but now he's going a little bit more aggro. I like that. I'm excited to see Rock turn around onto Lee Kai here and get a matchup favorable to him. He's kind of, first it was Driver, but you know he's kind of been a little bit of a weak side punching bag for a good chunk of this series. I think he's probably got a little bit of pent-up aggression to let out.
And this is one of those matchups where the Renekton can actually go for something like a Blade of the Ruin King and try to go split push if he so chooses to.
Ooh,
Lee Kai most likely still going to be going for the AP. Gragas in this one, you know, it doesn't really need to be... he could go for a tank boy, but AP Gragas is definitely a lot more common these days.
It's a bold start. Yeah, it will be going a little more sustainable, though, right? Like, he does start with the Graspy Undying. It's not the first strike Gragas that we were seeing before. Does want to survive against the Renekton, so I think that's a good call.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more survival in the lane itself. And looking at the bottom side here, I think this is just going to be a straight push in for Wako and Kino here. And got the shove a lot earlier. I'm not sure if JT
can expect this
leashed or not. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's a bit of a slower start for Konga on that one, which does mean that he's going to have a harder time getting involved. And I think the Xin Zhao still presents a few question marks, right? Like, I need to see it having an impact early on to justify why they would take it over something like the Poppy.
I think the biggest question for me is, if Konga is not going to be able to actually start most of these engages, does it mean that JT just never try to engage? It's a weird conundrum because they've been so reliant on Konga as their main initiator. What happens is that if Konga can't initiate and then they fall behind, there's almost no outs. So I almost feel like, you know, J-Team, it's definitely risky to see Konga on something that is purely defensive and utility oriented.
Yeah, I mean, the Audacious Charge is there, but that's about it for trying to go on the offense. Rock, though, is on the offense himself and starting to bully Lee Kai. Had that level advantage up until now and keeping him locked under tower. However, it does open him up to possible counter ganks, but I don't think he's as worried about that with Husha on the Vi. It's a champion that's just not as impactful until level 6. Konga has a window to act.
Yeah, I think both of his solo lanes should be expected to win early. He's going to get the Scuttle, see if he wants to poke in here, but since bottom lane is shoved up, he doesn't really have all that much to do. Pretty much knows where the jungler is going to be anyway with the early ward here. And I do want to say, like, it's somewhat possible for Xin to get engages off, but I've only seen, honestly, probably only Karsa has been the one to be able to pull it off consistently with the Xin sec. Usually doesn't happen for everyone else. It's just a straight up disengage option.
Yeah, that's true. Not nearly as much, but we will check in with his mid lane because I think this was going to be something we really wanted to focus on a lot as the lane gank is being set up by Konga up topside. But it's been a quieter lane for the most part in our series. This could change this game around. And ooh, Rock, he's going aggro. Lee Kai, I think his game senses were tingling. He had to know something was happening. Downtown gets a little bit of damage. But Rock is turned on here. Lee Kai has actually been able to do a pretty good job at shoving the Croc back. Uh-oh. Konga's not done. He wants it.
Vi's also there, so this shouldn't really amount to much.
Yeah, this is it. This is over.
And this actually leaves Rock in kind of an awkward situation.
Wait a minute.
Konga has to show back up in lane. Husha?
We're going to turn into Husha. Oh, that's a great double belly bop right there for Lee Kai, though. Let's see if it's going to be enough. Is Husha forced to flash away? And, man, what a dangerous game of chicken is being played up top. The flash forward. No, they lose out on both. Husha.
No.
Gets the double.
Oh, the stuff.
Executioner's calling, baby.
Oh, that was absolutely huge what happened right there, and I think what happened was that Husha was actually able to get the Justice Punch through and stun both Kongye and Rock at the same time, so it stopped their damage coming through.
That was such a short wind-up. That was such a short. I got to see that replay. Here we go. Okay, so he's getting, like, he has a Vault Breaker on right now, but obviously this is the first one. He goes through.
He kind of baits everyone in.
It kind of looks bad for Husha here, but Leakai gets a wombo combo that sets up this next play. Husha flashes out. It all looks bad. Let's see the windup on this one, because somehow Rock and Kongye turn. The flash, no, there we go.
Husha.
It was the belly bop first into Husha.
Yeah. Both of them were able to get their stuns off and prevent the damage from going through. We do have to talk about why that play was so important. Both sides were actually fighting to... one side was trying to reset the wave, the other was trying to just keep it frozen there with Renekton at low HP. So it was a pivotal play that could have easily resulted in a kill if the lane position was preserved there by Beyond Gaming. So you saw J-Team fighting very hard for it. After they lost, they wanted to turn around, get the kill, and make sure that they didn't have to deal with this wave state. Didn't manage to do it, and that's absolutely huge for Husha, who could just be, you know, charging through a much more expensive chain sword, but a very early one nonetheless.
Yeah, why not? You got some gold in your pocket, you might as well spend it. This is a good start for the Beyond Gaming side. They get themselves a little bit of a gold lead early on into this game. They have a tempo advantage. Enzo standing. Oh no, he walks forward into Kino and Waka, but actually that's what he wanted. As Lil V was right there to back him up. Turning around with a couple of chakrams. Doesn't really matter too much in the end for the trades as the unbreakable wall gets thrown up to dissuade any further push.
That's still a good find, though. That was a one summoner for 2 and a flash on Kino's side there. So J-Team with a solid win. Now Husha coming over. That line from Vi proving true. I always get to punch first. Does seem to be the case here. As J-Team actually going in for more.
Throw a few punches themselves here. That's Kino using the dredge line to get away. Enzo a little low. Husha peels off of the Cloud Dragon that they've been eyeing. I think they'll finally be able to get it here.
Yeah, we do have the level 6 here on Husha, which means that the turn is a bit more powerful on Beyond Gaming's side. Let's see if they still try to force this one. Yeah, with Uniboy pushback, there's no chance.
Yeah, the moment Kongye backed, I think that was the give. So first Dragon will once again go to Beyond. I think they've been 3 for 4 now on first Dragons. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I think they got it even in their loss.
Don't really remember off the top of my head. There could be some trade back and forth since Herald is also
it's been a long series. I thought it was looking like it was going to be fast, but
it did.
J-Team showed some fight, and I think it came at the perfect time. It was almost cinematic, you know. They found the inner strength when they were at their lowest point. This is the anime comeback arc.
So we actually are going to get the full tank Gragas here, interesting enough. So not looking for the full damage first, just making sure that he can win the lane versus the Renekton. And this is the thing about Renekton, you know, once he can't really punch through or threaten with his burst combo, he does kind of lose into these compositions, into these tanky boys here. Husha trying to get this Herald by himself, and he should be able to secure it as we see the bot lane here, Beyond Gaming, heading for the objective, while J-Team walking away from it.
Beyond Gaming doing a great job at objective control yet again. This is something that has been a big strength of theirs throughout the summer split. So they secure the first Dragon, they secure the first Herald. Next Dragon that will be spawning will be that Hex Tech. Very valuable on this patch and going forward, even if it was already. For J-Team, they're just going to have to content themselves with clearing away a little bit of jungle and potentially getting some plates. There's the ability here as Lil V starts up free firing. So far, Zeri in this series has a 0% win rate.
Yeah, and Kino is coming in for the flank. They are going to get behind the targets there, and there's so many people. Ninja here too.
Enzo. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if Kongye can actually get in time. No, he cannot. And they recognize they were in a bad position. Enzo sacrificing himself and splitting away from Lil V.
Oh, good find here on Beyond Gaming, and this is really bad news for J-Team because they sort of gimped their composition to find some more early strength with the selection of Xin Zhao and Braum over something that I would consider far more standard, like Poppy and Lulu. You know, those two combinations give you such a better late game. It gives you attack speed to go with the Azir as well. Instead, they went with something that's more early game focused, but, you know, it takes a lot of potential away from their late game, and they're not getting much out of it.
Yeah, they're not even getting that ward. The observers. Yeah, I mean, this is I think JTeam are losing a few steps right now. They were playing confidently earlier, but now that they've lost out on a couple of plays, oh boy, you see that gold starting to grow. Beyond are getting confidence back for themselves. Neutralizing Rock's Renekton seems to be the play up here, and Pusha with that early Kempunk chainsword. Let's see what he can get done.
Well, Ninja gonna go in.
Minji dashes. Wait a minute, that's Ponge. Uniboy, do they have the damage? Oh boy, they bring more friends as Minji uses himself as bait to take Konge out and even claims the kill in the end. Lilvi and Enzo arrive. Uniboy looking for that Shurima shuffle. Doesn't find it onto anyone but Wako, but is it going to be enough? The Moonlight Vigil comes through. Uniboy takes him down. Lilvi zoned to the back of the Dragon Pit, I should say, but they will have enough to turn the damage. That was something sorely needed for J-Team.
Ooh, beautiful 1-for-3 trade overall in that one, and J-Team are able to get the kills, take all of the damage soak onto Little V, and Little V just goes across the wall like that. So well played on his part. I think Beyond Gaming overstayed their welcome there. You know, they could have been content with the one kill and just turned their heads around onto the support. Didn't want to do that, and they end up paying for more. J-Team now back in the lead with that hyper-scaling comp.
Yeah, and they got the Azir 2 kills as well. That's what you needed. After everything goes so horribly wrong up topside earlier, this time everything goes so wonderfully right. Minji goes in. It looks like a brilliant bait at first. Konge looks like he's a dead man, but he's got a Crescent Guard. Takes a long time before they can kill him.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know what Kino was doing right there. That was such an overstep. He even saw Little V and Enzo anyway, so I think he just miscalculated on the fight situation. They thought they had one extra member and that was going to be enough, but Little V honestly just plays this so well. Takes all the damage, gets out just fine, and able to turn around 3 kills.
Alright, Herald was secured. It's popped in this mid lane. We'll get that charge off. This is just plates. It's about all you can get out of it at this point. I think Beyond just know that they won't be able to do much more. Dragon going to be set up, and ooh, both teams really want this one.
Yeah, I do want to see how close that Rock is to level 11 here, if he has a chance of getting it on this wave. That would be absolutely massive for the Renekton.
Makes a beeline for it as well. Not
doesn't
quite.
look like it.
I would have loved it. Sand Soldiers doing damage to Zone Husho away. They will start off on the Hextech. Lil V would be the first to win on Zeri today. Here's Lee Kai. Gets one bop, one knock. They've already got it down to half its HP. Wako's a little bit slow to this one, and they will channel the Wall Breaker. This can come down to a flip. 50-50. He goes in, and he takes it away, but will the fight go the way of J-Team? They start by taking down Kino. Even though they lose out on that Dragon, the chase is on right now. Minji with the pushback stolen away from the Emperor himself. 1 kill traded for the Dragon Steal. I think Beyond takes that.
I will say that was a bit of an unnecessary death on the side of Beyond Gaming. Kino just went in and realized, wait a minute, nobody's falling. So that's been 2 back-to-back plays where I feel like Kino has been really off kilter. I honestly can't decipher what the last 2 plays from Kino were meant to do right there. But, you know, at the end of the day, like you said,
a little bit of happy gaming.
Yeah, for sure. Husha still makes everything all right at the end.
So the Dragon take is huge, though. Yeah, like they left it up to a 50-50, but Konge gets outsmited. And that is something you have to be concerned about. Yes, you get the kill on the Zeri. That's pretty valuable for Lil V, getting actual kill gold.
Yeah.
Especially because you want to end up outscaling the Aphelios. So it's a good. Overall, it's kind of hard to tell exactly where the game state's going to lie, right? Because that Dragon makes a fair difference, but J-Team, they have the tempo.
Yeah, I would say for Beyond Gaming right now that they do have, I think, a stronger catch potential across the board. You do have that out-of-combat move speed coming in from Cloud Drake, and that one's 100%. compared to 12.13. So they should be able to group up a little bit easier, but J-Team still have a lot of power when it comes to team fights. It really does come down to League High. I feel like if J-Team can hold their formation, they should be fine in most of these fights. It's about how Enzo can block out the explosive cask, and can League High find those angles?
Will be the case here as they go in for the fight, slice the dice, Kolbamig, and Lekai gets bursted, but not down to 0. Here comes Minji around the side. The second wind after that crescent strike does split everybody, and this is going to be enough for Beyond Gaming to win this one. Blinking health bars on all sides. I don't think it's going the way. They do manage to secure the Herald, but the shutdown onto Uniboy means big goal to the pockets of Beyond Gaming, and they just closed the trap on Akonge and Lilvi. Enzo as well, left out in the cold, stunned, and pulled in for 4 kills and a triple for Wako.
Oh, that was such a smart play from Beyond Gaming. They actually used the Herald as bait. J-Team walk in, having their eyes on the prize, and Beyond Gaming, that's when they pounce. They get so many kills back on blinking HP bars. That Herald didn't end up being worth it at all.
They didn't even get the Herald. Oh, they did get the Herald, but they died for it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Beyond Gaming. Look, this team is Galaxy Brain, Clement.
Yeah, the outsmart here was massive. If you look at this start, League Guy was in such a poor position. It was almost down already, and it took Minji to break up the composition.
He stole the Crescent Guard!
Yeah, I thought it was the explosive cast, but no, it was actually Minji that did it. And if you look at the HP bars here, there's no way Beyond Gaming should come out ahead this far, but they use it as bait, and they just block everyone away. This is
what we say. This is what we mean when we say clutch factor. Yep, I hope the Herald was worth it. Didn't even get the tower. God, yeah, that's a big swing. Dust is going to settle, and all of a sudden, Wako is massively accelerated on the Aphelios. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is getting really close. I think J-Team still have a fair good chance coming into the late game. In that fight, it really reminded me why the Braum was picked here. It's not just for the auto attack resets. Of course, it's for blocking out the Gragas as well here.
If they'd killed Lekai, I feel like that makes a massive difference in the fight. Beyond back off after that. But they didn't do it. He uses his flash, he gets out by the skin of his teeth, and then he has an impact in the following fight. And this is full tank Gragas.
Yeah. You know, he can stay alive for a long time and try to find his way into a perfect position. At some point, you're going to have to drop the door, Enzo, and that's when they can strike in. I feel like that fight, the biggest thing is definitely Minji finding the flank right there. Breaking up the composition. We were saying, talking about this the entire time. If J-Team hold their formation, Beyond Gaming don't really have that much of a shot. But if they're split off and you can target them behind Braum, one by one, and that really opens things up.
Yeah, well, we've got the teams positioning around for this Dragon. This would be soul point for Beyond Gaming. J-Team do not want to give that one up, but the Vault Breaker is already channeling. That ward may very well come in clutch, and they'll back away. Beyond are in position, though, to start off on the Dragon. J-Team can respond, and they will. Could be down to another dance. This gets procced. Out of the pit it goes. Husha's in the backside.
I'm not sure that J-Team should be starting this one. If J-Team started, I feel like it forces them into an engage, and these Drakes are very hard to take down. You know, Beyond Gaming are going to have so much time to find the flank angle.
They're going to let this one go slow at the moment, but look at Husha. Look
coming
at Husha, goes in, finds the AD carry. Lilvi almost nowhere to go, but he does manage to escape the Moonlight Vigil, dishing so much damage, and the shuffle back from Minji means it's cleanup time, baby. Let's get the mop out as Wako is moving forward on the flashes, finds himself a triple, looking for the quadra, should be able to get that one off screen, and there it goes. Beyond Gaming earned the Spoils Award.
Oh, Minji with another great find here. Comes over the wall, gets the Shurima shuffle onto, decimates the front line, and that just opens the floodgates. Again, I don't think J-Team should have started that Drake. The Drakes on 12.14 have a lot of extra HP. They take far more time to kill, and I just don't think that, you know, the position that they put themselves in, where Minji could find the flank across the wall, where Husha was able to start on the AD carry, was a good idea for J Team. I feel like they had to have more patience and allow Beyond Gaming to be the ones to go on the front foot here. Instead, look at this angle. This was so easy for Husha. He comes in onto the front line. You are all grouped up to that Moonlight Vigil, and then Minji gets the shove before dropping into Zanya's, wasting all that damage and forcing you to stay around to just pick up that one kill.
That is the second time that I have seen Minji do a much better ultimate than anything that
on the
his
other
counterpart
team?
could do. Yeah. And it's not even a knock on Yui Boy. It's like Minji's just clutch. Where did this guy where was this in the regular season?
He was trying a collar.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Minji, I got some advice for you. Drop the Akali.
Yep. Just
Silas
play Silas
one trick.
Exactly.
Play Silas. You get to play. Look, you get to use every ultimate eventually. It's great.
That's the thing about Minji is that he's so good on specific champions. This split, it was Silas to Leah, pretty much. And once postseason comes, if he's able to just play a B plus LeBlanc, B plus Oriana, and win 3-1, 3-1, then that's good enough.
He's been one of the most improved players, I think, from regular split to this. Like of these 10 players, he's definitely looked.
He's definitely a best
far
of
better
5
than
player.
I expected.
That's what I would call
You know
it.
what? I very much miscalculated that particular variable coming into this one. Maybe that's what Nightstar was seeing. Maybe this is where the Gigabrain comes in. That being said, J-Team are not done yet. Yeah. They are not letting themselves go quietly into the night, but they need to get something back. They have been losing fights disastrously here, and they are in danger yet again. The Croc gets rocked, and, well, the barrel's going to knock him back to safety, so that may be the chance for the counter-engage, and that will be all she wrote down there. Baron's still alive, though, still be a threat from Beyond Gaming.
Because Beyond Gaming only exhausted their engage tools, you still have to see Uniboy going back and joining the rest of the team. He doesn't want to give Beyond Gaming an opportunity to just start out here. But I do want to mention the build from Uniboy here. This is pretty much max DPS build. This is not about poke.
Oh, yeah.
This is just making sure if Beyond Gaming runs in at you and you somehow stay alive, you can clean up very easily. This is sustained build to the maximum. No Luden's Echo. A lot of attack speed coming through here. So Uniboy definitely eyeing on that angle where if he survives the burst, he can just clean up.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting, actually, as long as he keeps himself in this one. I do want to make a mention for, maybe a Zanya's. Yeah, he's trying to go for the max damage, but sometimes you need that reset. You need that second
True.
So we'll see if he ends up building that one afterwards. I mean, he's sitting on the Oblivion Orb right now, which means it should be the Morello's next, I want to say.
I don't think he needs to complete it, to be honest. Like, he could kind of...
just sit on the orb?
Yeah, he could sit on it, honestly. And if we look at the side here from Beyond Gaming, I also want to point out some really good itemization. Frozen Heart here is just massive amounts of value, especially when the enemy mage also is banking on attack speed here. So if Leakai can find himself in the front line...
Second item collector for the Aphelios. Oh, that's confidence. Waka's like, I got this, guys. Don't worry. I got 7 kills on Aphelios. It's easy.
To be fair, he started the game 2-1-3, so I think it's
I know, right?
I mean, one.
Yeah, why not? I mean, Waka's been having a great series, especially up against the side of Little V, who, coming into today, I very much favored the latter in just a straight-up 1v1 mechanics fest. But Wako has certainly started to look a lot closer to his spring form, where I think he didn't have as much competition. It really leveled up in the bot lane over the last split, and I think Wako has managed to find a way to catch back up.
Yeah, I feel like Wako's always had that profile, is that when he goes off, he's just unstoppable, does tons of damage, but also is typically the one very easy to pick off. That's kind of the Wako way, if you will.
So he giveth and he taketh away.
The flank is coming in.
Beyond Gaming taketh something as well. He gets that bop on. They will steal Konge's ultimate, and right on top of it, Minji just zones them off, but they can't quite get the kills by just battering and bruising them. This is going to be another dragon up, and J-Team can't give this away. This would be Infernal Soul.
Yeah, Beyond Gaming just waiting for that Dominus to pass out now, and Rock is significantly weaker. I think they still might want to find a flank in this one. Yeah, and you see Husha immediately over the wall, going in from 2 different angles. J-Team have to... I still don't think that J-Team should lock themselves into this fight. They should let Beyond Gaming start it rather than use it as bait and let Beyond Gaming find the flank. But Rock's doing a good job at least keeping eyes onto Husha here.
That's what they have to do. However, Beyond might force the issue. Minji steals away the Emperor's Divide yet again. Rock gonna split just a bit. There comes the Moonlight Vigil. Husha's in the picture. This could come right up to it. And Kino starts the fight. They open them up and knock them into the back of the pit. Competing Emperor's Divides. Lilvi, though, chased down by Husha. The turn-in. He stays alive. Wako goes legendary by getting the kill. But will they have enough to turn on this one? No, they do not. They get that triple. Another time. And they're not done yet. Wako chasing down Lilvi.
Why are you turning
back around. And that was going to be enough to get the kill. 26 minutes, they get the soul, they get the quadra, they rush it up for the Baron Beyond. They're looking to lock this one up in game 4.
It looks like maybe Wako is trying to come back a little bit faster. That was kind of a weird one right there from Little V, excuse me. But great game sense again from Beyond Gaming. The way they just wrapped around J-Team, they forced them into the pit, dealt damage, and then followed up through the Drake ramp. It's just beautiful to watch. Even the 80 carry just straight going for the jungler. So we'll watch this again, and I still don't think J-Team should try to force themselves into this position. Wako definitely made them pay tons of HP bar, and then Beyond Gaming come in from the top side. They section off the Renekton, go directly for the backline. You get that 2-man Shurima shuffle right there. Husha follows Little V, and finally Wako comes over the wall to collect another quadra kill. That's the second quad in this game already.
Yeah, this is where Lil V kind of gives it to him, where he steps back. I think he misclicked. I think he misclicks. That's rough. Either way, it was still gonna be rough, but now it's even rougher. Beyond Gaming are looking to close this one out. This would be a 3-game win in 4. Man. They really came to play today, and I think J-Team got confidence back, but they made some critical mistakes in this game. It's not over yet, but it's a big lead. You got Baron, you got Infernal Soul, you got a massive gold advantage. Beyond Gaming can do this however which way they want. It is their game to lose.
And J-Team, they still need to be very careful. If they walk into the jungle, that's just straight up engage. They already have the Infernal Soul for Beyond Gaming on this one. I mean, J-Team, they still have... Yeah, it's so early as well. They have the champions that can go into the late game, but holding on is going to be the key for them. I don't think they can really contest on this tower anymore. Should just be waiting to let it go here, and it's a holding game for them. The big thing I feel like J-Team made a mistake about is just not understanding how 12.14 to Drake is played. You can't really rush objectives anymore, and if you're committed to an objective, it means that the enemy can find those flanking angles around you. So I think they underestimated how hard it would be to take a lot of these objectives, and I think both fights you saw them position themselves into pretty bad situations where they just couldn't run away.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting J-Team to have a better read on the new patch than this, but their loss is Beyond's gain at the moment.
Yep.
See if they can hold on turtle mode, as it were. This is going to be so difficult to do. The straight 5v5, and even with the rotation, Minji up top. Minji's just had such an impactful series. In this game, he has looked so good with stolen ultimates.
Absolutely, Aaron. You know, Wako on the other side, I think he had 11 kills with the Collector, and here they go again.
There we go. They're going to open up once again, trying to keep them all locked up forever. Kongye gets knocked into the rest of the team, and they take him out of this one. Way too many tank stats in the front line. The beefy boys have come to play, and J-Team just do not have a prayer without Kongye. Uniboy gets a Void Staff, a last-ditch effort, but they're not even going to let him use it right now as they just delete him. Husha grabs him with the cease and desist, and that will be J-Team ceasing to exist on this rift as Beyond Gaming open up the Nexus for the 4th and final time. Beyond Gaming will claim victory to move on against Deep Cross Gaming in the upper bracket.
And I think that's the first time since casting the PCS that we actually see a lower seed triumph in the first round of playoff. This is not something that happens commonly at all. You know, Beyond Gaming this split, much weaker split here. The loss of Dago, the starting off with just trying to compensate for the loss of Mawan here on the composition as well. It's been a rough road for Beyond Gaming, but they kept their clutch factor here. You know, they also switch out their top lane. This is a very different Beyond Gaming from what we saw in 2021. This is 3 different carries at this point, but they still have the same spirit. They still have that